Hello and welcome to a short video entitled How to Do an LFD or a lateral flow test. If you've been watching the news recently, you'll have heard all kinds of things about taking tests and lateral flow tests, and I think it's fair to say over the next few days and weeks we're going to hear an awful lot more about it, as the government and health bodies recommend that we take them frequently, particularly if we're going out where we're going to be meeting people, and potentially that could even involve going to church on a Sunday morning. And a few of us were talking about this on Sunday, and it became clear that quite a few people have never done one before and are perhaps a little bit unsure about how you go about it. Well, never fear. As many of you know, I'm a chaplain, and in my particular ministry I work with older people in residential care settings. And so for well over 12 months now, I've been doing 4 of these every week, as well as a PCR test which gets sent off to a lab. So, live on Facebook, I'm now going to try and show you what to do and hopefully reassure you that it's incredibly easy, doesn't take very long to do at all, and there's really nothing to it. So when you've ordered your test kit or test kits, which you can do online via the NHS and they deliver them more easily, pop into your local pharmacy and ask for some there, then you'll have all kinds of gubbins inside the box. But the most important bit is this, because inside here, open it up, you've got this. This is your LFD, your lateral flow device, and it's this that is going to give you your result. Now if you look at it, you can see at the bottom there's a little well which has got an S next to it, and in a moment we're going to put a few drops of solution into there. And above there's like a little window here. And what will happen when you put the solution in, you'll see that it flows laterally, see what they did there, up through this little window, and then we're looking for lines to appear within that window. At one point there's a little C there, a little C on the side, and what we're looking for is one line which appears just there like a bar next to C. C is for clear. That means you've got a negative test, you're clear to go. If you get no line at C, but one line at the little place where it says T, that means your test is void, you'll need to do another one. What we don't want is 2 lines, one at C and one at T, because if you get that, that means that the test is positive. You need to isolate yourself and arrange to do a PCR, a lab-based test, as quickly as you can. So that's the business end of it. We've also got one of these lovely things which we refer to in the business as a swizzle stick. This is your swab, and what we're going to do with this is we're going to take just a little swab right to the back of your mouth, a little bit either side, and then gently slide it up one nostril till you just encounter a little bit of resistance, a couple of little twists like so, and there's your swab. When you open it, be careful that you open it at the end where you haven't got the swab itself. You don't want to touch that with your fingers. So open it where it's just the plastic end like that. Then get one of these, a little file, and a little bottle of solution. Sometimes they come in like a little tiny plastic container you have to take the top off, but there's been some kind of solution in there. So what we do then, take the solution and a little file, and we put just a few drops of that in the bottom of the file, like so. Now we're going to do our swab next. Top tip with this, when you're putting it in your mouth, do it in front of a mirror for the first few times so that you can actually see where the end of the swab is. That makes it a little bit easier to deal with. Also, don't hold your breath. Don't go like that. Keep breathing normally, keep relaxed. And try not to touch your cheeks or your tongue with the swab, because that's one of the things that can actually invalidate the test. So we're just going to quick swab at the back of the mouth and then one up the nose. So here we go. It's that one, and then up here like so, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then we take the swab, pop it in there, and we dibble it about a little bit for between 10 and 20 seconds, like so. Is it the nicest thing you've ever done? No. Is it a big deal? Not really. Once you've done it a few times, it'll stop mattering. So we've then done that. Squeeze it, remove the swab, and put the little lid on. Then we take our lateral flow device, like so. You'd leave it on the counter to do it. Get the juice like that, and just put 1, 2, 3 drops in it, and pop it down. You can see the solution is now flowing laterally along here. It doesn't take long for the result to start to come through. You'll see where the lines are going to be very, very quickly. But the recommendation is that you leave it at least half an hour. So leave it half an hour, then it's a definite test. But you can see it starting to happen almost straight away. You're going to get a good idea very quickly of where it's going to be. Mine's nearly at the top now. It's going quite great guns. And if I peer at it, I can see that the little line at C is already starting to appear, which is good, because as they always used to say on Blue Peter, this is one I prepared earlier. This is the one I did first thing this morning. I hope you can see that. And you see that there's a lovely, nice, bold line at C. That means that that's a negative test. I'm good to go. Just to repeat, if there was no line at C but one at T, it's a void test. You need to do it again. If you're unlucky and you have a line at C and T, that's a positive test. You need to isolate and take a PCR as quickly as you possibly can. So I hope that was helpful. You see, nothing to it, dead easy. And if you know or family and friends who equally are not sure how to do this, then point them towards our Facebook page to have a look here. And I'm told Helen will be putting this on our website very shortly as well, so they could go along to the church website and have a look at it too. So thank you very much. Hope that helped.